I'm fascinated with learning about the power of our minds, how powerful our thoughts are, how powerful our spoken words are. If you take two children and you tell one, hey, you can do anything you set your mind to, life is your oyster, everything is going to work out for you. You are worthy and deserving of everything good in life. You are loved, you are valued, you are respectful, all these different things. That kid is going to have a great fucking life. They're going to be able to accomplish their wildest dreams, have great healthy relationships, and whatever. And the other kid, you tell them, hey, you're a fucking moron, you're an idiot, you're never going to amount to anything, you're stupid, you're incompetent, and there's nothing good about you. That kid is going to have a rough fucking time in life because of the seeds that are being planted. But when you realize that you are the gardener, and as a child you don't know this, but you are the gardener of your life, so of your mind. And if your parents are planting negative seeds into your mind, you look up to these people as, well, they're my parents. Of course they have the truth about life. They have the truth about myself. They know better. And that's the idea, the mentality that these people know what the fuck they're talking about. In my experience, struggling in school and dealing with a potential learning disability or a fucking undiagnosed, unchecked neurodivergent ADHD, maybe a splash of the autism, I experienced the world in a different way, and I was bullied for the way that I experienced the world. Instead of maybe, the parental figures taking me to a specialist to try and understand better how I operate a little bit differently. They just thought, maybe if I call this fucking kid stupid and dumb, which became the way that I identified with myself, it became the way that I thought about myself, because I struggled. I had a difficult time processing things, or maybe it was just the information that they were trying to shove down our fucking throats. I didn't, I scraped by the skin of my fucking teeth, so to speak. But once I learned about the mind and I started to read, I was like, damn, I just finished an entire book. Let me do another one. Damn, I just finished that book. And I'm learning, and I'm taking the information and I'm understanding it, and I'm like, and I was like, wait, so what if I'm not dumb? What if I'm not stupid? But the fact that became the mentality that I had about myself was all these negative things. Like, I realized that decades of narcissistic abuse from parents, from toxic friend groups, from bad relationships, all these people that wanted to try and belittle me, criticize me, embarrass me, make me feel less than, that became the way that I felt and thought about myself. Inevitably, all these different, toxic situations became the catalyst to my spiritual awakening, led me to the path of discovering who I am, discovering myself, discovering the power of my thoughts, the power of my mind. And I think one of the books that started me out, because I saw Will Smith talk about it back in the day, was The Alchemist, which is like turning lead into gold. And once I started to read more and learn about the mind and just the universe and stuff like that, and God and many religious texts, and as well as psychology, will tell you that a man becomes what he thinks about. So if you've been told that you're not good enough, you're not valuable, you're nothing special, nothing good is going to happen for you, life is hard, life is a struggle, all this different shit, those are bad seeds being planted into your mind. But if you can learn to be in the driver's seat of that fucking place so that you're not allowing these negative thoughts to creep in, and if they do, you rip that root out, you plant a better seed, and you say, you know what, which is an affirmation, good things can happen to me. Today is going to be a good day. I am worthy and deserving of love and respect and human decency and being treated like somebody that matters. Like, I deserve these things. Which is a brand new concept. It may even feel weird for you to say these things about yourself because you've been told the complete opposite your entire life. So it's like, I learned that even in these, times of tribulation and struggle in your life, if you got yourself, if you got your mind, you can get through it all. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't mean that a situation is just like, oh yeah, it's a piece of cake, it's a cakewalk. But being rendered homeless because I stood up to my abusive parents, living in the back seat of my car, I'm not going to say I didn't cry it myself to sleep at night. Sometimes, but I woke up in the morning and I had a sense of gratitude for the sun shining on me that day. I had a sense of gratitude because I had clothes to wear. I may have one pair of shoes that have holes in them, but I'm grateful for these fucking shoes that I got on my feet because I can see another person that doesn't have any. I'm grateful that I have the ability to go into this gym and exercise and work out, and then I get to take a shower. What a fucking blessing. And the amount of gratitude, like I had the money to go and get a cup of coffee to start the day. Like, what a fucking blessing. And I started to be so grateful and appreciative of everything, even the good things that my parents did provide. I can see, you know, having a roof over your head, having food, clothing, shelter for X amount of years. I can find the gratitude in even that. I can find the gratitude in the negative things, which is becoming an alchemist. I saw Will Smith talk about one of the books that inspired him many years ago. And he talked about The Alchemist, which is turning lead into gold, taking a shit situation and turning it into something beautiful, like going through homelessness, sleeping in the back seat of my car, being betrayed by family, being betrayed by people I thought I could trust, being manipulated out of $15,000 fucking dollars by somebody I considered a brother, having a gun pulled on me, having my music equipment stolen from me. But I learned about narcissistic abuse. I became so educated on these kind of people. Now I can spot them a mile away. So there's a gift in the curse. All these situations that were fucked up taught me something about myself. Where I had my music equipment stolen, I didn't stand up for myself in that moment. When I had a gun pulled on me, I looked that shit right in the fucking barrel and wasn't afraid. Why? All these tests and all these lessons, hardships, struggles, tribulations, molding me into the strongest, most capable version of myself. Okay, so I let somebody take advantage of me. I let somebody manipulate me. I didn't set enough boundaries there. Okay, try me again, motherfucker. Try me again. Not gonna happen. Thank you. For the people that doubted me, for the people that wanted me to doubt myself, thank you. Because you taught me how to stand in my power, how to stand in my strength. And I guarantee you will never have the access to be able to hurt me again. And I have found, you know, so much strength in myself that I didn't even know was there. But you know what I did? Became the gardener of my mind, and where I was being told I was weak, I was a pussy, I was this, I was that, I started to tell myself otherwise. I started to tell myself I am strong, I am capable, I am powerful. Not that I need to be powerful over anybody else other than myself, but if I can convince myself that I can get through any and everything that life has to throw my way, I am a fucking force to be reckoned with. I fear nothing. I fear no man. I fear no creature. I fear no evil. I start speaking these positive affirmations over my life. Did I enjoy being homeless? No. But at the same time, I got to open my eyes and look out the car window and be able to see a new place every single day. I traveled across the entire country by myself. I used to be afraid to drive in the same city that I lived near majority of my life. Being afraid to get out of my comfort zone to traveling across the entire country because I had the power of my mind on my side. I had my thoughts and I had me on my side. So if you've been through some hard shit in your life, if you've been through narcissistic abuse or any traumatic situation, somebody has taken the power of your mind away from you, today is the day that you take it back. You gain the power of your mind. All the negative things that were planted into your mind, you now have the power to rip out, and you begin to speak life into yourself, into your situation, and just know that you are in control. All the negative things that were said about you or you said about yourself, forgive them and forgive yourself, and now you begin to start a new journey of speaking better things over your life, because you do deserve it. You are worthy and valuable, and you deserve nothing but the best.